Hello, I'm going to make this little tutorial video about shifting. Going to do the 2-octave scale that is part of the Advanced Orchestra audition. I added a 3rd finger and a 4th finger tape onto my violin to help be a better visual for where your hand will be once you shift. So remember the whole process of shifting, everything has to go together. Fingers, thumb, wrist, everything moves as a unit. Okay, it's not throwing your fingers up and then your thumb and then your wrist or anything like that. Okay, also making sure that you are maintaining contact with the string, but you're not pushing down because then you hear the slide, and we want to generally avoid that. There are times when sliding is appropriate, but most of the time it is not, and we want to try to hide that we are shifting. So that is the technique that we need to do. So for violins, you're doing a 2-octave D major scale. That's the scale that you're supposed to be trying to do for the advanced audition. So the shift itself is going to happen on the A string. Okay, so you're going to start on open D. Let me move my thing here. All right, so you're going to start on open D, and it's going to be all normal at the beginning. But then instead of playing 3 for D, that's when you're going to shift. So you're going to go and release the pressure, move your hand, and put your 1 where your 3 would normally go. Thumb is across from your 1st finger. And that's where you shift to. That's 3rd position. Okay, so that's 1, that's D. Then 2 is E, and that goes on your 4th finger tape. Now you don't have tapes anymore, so now you have to really listen and feel what the spacing is going to be. So it's D, E, then F sharp. So the fingers will not touch. And then 4 is going to be G, which will touch. Okay, now you're going to keep your hand up there, scooch over to the E string. Okay, 1 is still on that 3rd finger tape. That's now A. 2 is B. 3 is C sharp. 4 is D. Okay, and then you have to come back down because you always have to come back down when you play a scale. So once you shifted, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So it's just gonna be the same thing backwards. So it's gonna be 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 4 on the A string. 3, 2, 1, and then you have to shift back. So you're gonna go from 1 on the 3rd tape to 2 back in 1st position. And then it's just the normal scale after that. Okay, so I'm going to go through the whole thing without stopping. Okay, I'm going to go on the slow-ish side, and so you can try to do it with me. I highly recommend you just practice going from like 2 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 1, 1 to 2, and practicing that shift over and over again so you get really comfortable with where your hand has to go, and making sure you don't hear, we don't want to hear any of that. Okay, and same thing going back. All right, so the whole scale. Okay, I'm going to kind of be weirdly angled, so my sound's going to probably be a little squeaky, but I want you to be able to see what my hand is doing, okay? So, starting on open D. So, D, E, F sharp, G, open A, B, C sharp, then shift, D, E, F sharp, G touches, then E string, 1 for A, 2 for B, 3 for C sharp, 4 touches for D. Back, 3, 2, 1, and then 4 on the A string, 3, 2, 1, and shift back to 2, and then just one more. Okay, so the main thing I'm looking for, obviously if you can play the whole scale, that'd be fantastic. The main thing I want to see is your shifting ability. Okay, is your hand moving as a unit? Are you getting to 3rd position Okay, what happens after that obviously would be nice if it's good. Okay, making sure even like at least getting the 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, even if it's a little out of tune, it shows me that you have a basic understanding of what's going on. Okay, and that's what I'm looking for. Okay, if you're just like shifting, I have no clue, that's a little trickier. Okay, so this is just showing me you understand the concept of shifting and you have a general idea of what you're doing. Okay, so don't stress if it's not like 100% perfect. Obviously, the better it is, the better it is. But don't think that you can't audition because your 2-octave scale is not perfect. Okay, don't let that be a deciding factor for you. I want it to be like decent, but don't stress to the point like that you end up bailing and not auditioning because the shifting is giving you trouble. Okay, practice it. Do slow practice. You can slow this video down. There's like the little gear settings thing at the bottom of the YouTube video where you can adjust the playback speed. You can go and do that if me playing it was still too fast. So you can kind of play with me and still, get it to work. You got it.